Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. And you guys, today we are in the town of Seward, Alaska, and we're one of our favorite places in Seward, the Alaska Sealife Center. You guys have seen it a lot of time on our videos. We're starting our day here at the Sealife Center. We're gonna take Justin and Lacey and Auburn through the Sealife Center. Auburn is like, she's an old pro. In fact, I think you've probably been here as many times as Sherri has. Probably true. And then we are going on a whale cruise with Major Marine Tours a little bit later today. But let's get our day started here at the Sealife Center. So we're up on the second floor of the Sealife Center, and I want to show you down to the lobby. Those are the main doors where you come in, and then you go in this line right here and you buy your tickets here at the counter if you didn't already buy them online. And then what you do is you take this escalator upstairs here to the second floor where we start. Ugh, YouTubers. Here we are outside in the aviary area. I feel like I say this every time we're here and I'm not even sorry. Puffins are my favorites. Look at that little guy on the stick, just walking. I love, love, love the coloring of their beaks. Now we stepped outside to see the sea lion. And he actually is here swimming around. When I was here with Ian and Tobin and Sherri, the sea lion was not in here. You can see swimming a bunch, so we'll get to see him when we go to the below water observation areas. Nom 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 nom.
Oh, good. Looks like beef jerky.
It does look like beef jerky. Next stop, one of my favorite areas. It is the touch pool. It's so cold. Whoa. The Sealife Center is a hoppin' place today. Lots of people here, even though it is still early in the day. Some of the sea stars are just so huge. Like, look at that. Wait, what is that thing? Is that like a sea star? Oh, look at this one, you guys. This sea star is like wrapped around the filter. That's crazy. I like how each of them feel so different. We just finished the touch pool and now we're out here looking at all of the outside kind of rescue, rehabilitation, and work tanks. And we're looking at a stellar sea lion here, which is Forrest. And I'm kind of reading this, and it says that he's part of a voluntary heart rate study. And Auburn was like, how did he choose? Show me the consent form where Forrest volunteered for the heart rate study. That's a good point. I don't think I've ever stopped and looked at this before. They're talking about the ancient history, and they have a fossil of a sockeye salmon. And at first I saw, it's like, oh, you can see the tail there, but then look down here at the sockeye salmon fossil, and it's okay to touch. That's pretty cool. I've never seen this before. This sign shows you when the different salmon runs happen throughout the year here in Resurrection Bay, where the town of Seward sits. You can see Chinook or king salmon, May, June, super early in July. Chum salmon or dog salmon, really through late July through early August. Silver salmon, mid-June all the way through really the end of September. Sockeyes or red salmon, May through July. And then humpies or pinks are gonna be a July through September run. Now we're going downstairs into the belly of the whale, if you will. That was a sea reference, Auburn.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's scary.
It's like grabbing on again. This is an interesting piece as we get ready to leave the Sealife Center. It's called Ophelia. You can see Ophelia is an octopus. It was created by students at Kodiak High School using debris from a local coastal cleanup. And so all of the items used to make Ophelia were items that washed up on shore at a beach. And it's like looking in there, you can see there's a toothbrush, there's like a Gatorade bottle cap, there's another Gatorade bottle cap, lots and lots of different plastics and items in there. Our time at the Sealife Center is done. Sherri Beth. Also, can we talk about Sherri and I? Matchy. What'd you think about the Sealife Center today?
It's always fun. It was busy today.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I love seeing people come back. I will say we got, Auburn and I were talking about this in there, we got a little bit spoiled last year because we had everything to ourselves.
Yeah, you just like walk around.
But at the same time, it's so good to see people back enjoying Alaska, like doing things. Also, look, Auburn's vlogging, Zachman's are vlogging. I love these people. This is my favorite. Now, we have a little over an hour before we have to be at the harbor for the whale cruise. So, we're hungry. We are going to get some lunch, and then, hopefully, fingers crossed, what are we gonna see?
Whales.
Do you have your whale calls ready?
Auburn does.
Can we hear one?
No, Auburn hasn't.
Can we hear one from you? A whale? Whales, come and see us. No, your turn. No? All right. I hope this is where we are going, because we have tried to go to like 3 or 4 other places and they were either not open or because of staffing issues they couldn't seat us. And so finding a place to have lunch in Seward has, well, it's been a little bit difficult. So let's see if by chance we're able to get in here. Well, I didn't vlog any of it because I'm a moron, but we were able to eat here and the food was really good. A lot of fried fish, a lot of fried shrimp. Auburn and Sherri got the fried chicken burger, the crispy chicken burger. They said it was really good. Their sauces were all really garlicky, which you know we're a fan of, but now we're gonna cross the street and go check in for our cruise. And we're cruising today with Major Marine, who's one of the 2 major whale cruise operators out of Seward. And you actually check in for their cruises at Hotel 360 right here at the end of the harbor. We're all checked in. You can see we've got ticket for 5 here on the Glacier Express. It's actually gonna be boarding here in a couple of minutes. So we're about to head outside, get in line to get on our boat. So you can see they have a couple of boats they're loading right now. They have the Fairweather Express, which is one of them, but that is not the one we are going on, because we are going on this boat down here. One of the reasons I love going out with Major Marine is you can see they have the double hold catamarans, which actually are much more stable, much less motion. So hopefully Sherri Beth does not get seasick today. So, full confession, my hope was that the first boat I went on with all of these people as a group would be a Disney cruise, but I'm confident that we will all go on a Disney cruise together someday. But for today, we're looking for whales. Also, how cool is that? We just boarded the boat. We actually have a table they assigned to us down on deck 2. I am up here on deck 3 giving you guys a quick view of what the Seward Harbor looks like. And actually, I'm not sure if you can see this, but right down here in the water is probably a sea otter. There are a bunch of them that come here into the harbor, swim around in here. You guys can see the boat is starting to pull away from the dock back here. We are just pushing back.
It's on board for you.
So we're just leaving the harbor. You can see the harbor still over here. And I'm the only person out here on the bow of the boat. Like everybody else is inside, probably because it's raining and windy, but I just can't help it, you guys. It is, I just love being out here. I love the water, I love the ocean, I love boats. I'm so happy.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, and the way the eagle goes. Alright, we're gonna...
So I just came back inside and Sherri was like, hey, can you guys change your plans so that I can go with you? And can you go on a different cruise? I want to enjoy it with you. And I was like, yeah, we can do that. We can change our plans and make sure you can go with us. Enjoy the whale cruise. See all the sights and glaciers. See otters and puffins. Just enjoy the time together as a family. How's it going, Sherri? Cool. So I have to say, these are the worst seas I've ever been in, and I've done a lot of these. I don't know if the video is picking it up, but you guys, it is crazy how the boat is moving. Look at that horizon.
Out here, so you're gonna have to watch the shoreline real close. We're only gonna try and spend a few minutes here with this guy. I know everybody's probably feeling the waves pretty good.
So there's a whale that's right out here that has spouted a couple times right in here. just saw a humpback whale. We saw a bunch of stellar sea lions. Now we're crossing the mouth of Resurrection Bay. Pretty much everybody else went inside, but you guys, Auburn human over there. So you can see a seal. Oh, there's a harbor seal right there laying on top of that rock. You can see him. The captain has described him as a little gray sausage, and it's kind of perfect. Just like that, our time with Major Marine Tours has come to an end. So was it a success? We got to spend 3.5 hours with friends. That's always a success. We saw one whale. We saw a bunch of other things. The weather kind of sucked. The weather really sucked, but still fun. Beautiful to be out there. Like, even in the clouds, it's still spectacular. Glad that we did it. A lot of fun. Wish we would have seen more animals, but again, you don't control that. It's the way it goes. Next stop, perfect place post-cruise when you are damp and cold, is Resurrect Art Coffee House. Let's go in, get some coffee, look at some art, warm up. Very excited about this. We just ordered our coffee. Also, Auburn wanted a lemon curd bar. Got that for her. And now I think we're gonna take time and look around the coffee house, see what kind of stuff they have here today. I say this every time we are here. They have the best selection of stickers, and I love that they have a beluga whale, because you almost never see beluga whale stickers. A walrus, look how cool these are. And then they have some of these bigger stickers. Look at that. I also really love this piece of art down here, this print that says, "You are not your mistakes." That's a good message. Heading out, throwing away our coffee mugs. But I've got to tell you guys, in there, the highlight for me was actually not the coffee shop, because they have a little corner in there where they sell just like some vintage items. It's really weird. It's like it's almost like a thrift store corner. And I always look through it when I'm in there to see if there's anything that I can't live without. And I saw something that was basically a gift.
It was beckoning to you.
It was beckoning to me. It was a gift to me from God, because on the bottom shelf was a glass vintage Seahawks mug. Look at this thing. This thing is in perfect shape. It is spectacular, and it was only $12. I'm so glad this is coming home with me. Sherri, how glad are you that it's coming home with me? Oh,
Unspeakably.
You're so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look how cool the clouds are up on the mountains. It is definitely a moody vibe in Seward, Alaska today. That is the coolest looking old RV. I want that. And that is where our trip to Seward ended. We had such a good time, even though the weather was just so terrible, you guys. It was still so fun to spend time with Justin and Lacey and Auburn down in Seward. The whale cruise, always beautiful. Even bad weather, you're still in just unbelievable territory. Like, the scenery is just spectacular. So really, really good day. But I actually want to say one thing that, to me, may be the highlight of the entire Seward trip. Sherri does not do well with motion sickness. You guys will know in past trips and train rides and cruises and stuff, Sherri does not always have the best experience because she gets sick. And so she actually doesn't go on a lot of that stuff with us. Well, she got a prescription from her doctor before our trip to Skagway. And I gotta say, this trip to Seward that we just went on, the whale cruise you guys just watched, to me was the biggest proof that this medication is working so well. It's just a little patch that goes behind her ear. The waves we experienced in Seward were probably the worst I've ever experienced anywhere. I mean, it was the front end of the boat coming whole out and just like absolutely smashing in. There were people kind of all over the boat that were getting sick, and Sherri was totally fine. That was the kind of cruise that without that medication, Sherri would have been miserable that whole experience the entire next day, and she did so freaking good. So you guys, this is really good news. Hopefully we found a medication that works for Sherri so that she can go on these kind of adventures with us and not get sick. So glad you guys watched this video. Thanks for following along here on the vlog as we headed down to Seward, Alaska. Got to do the Sealife Center, got to have some good food, got to spend time with friends, got to do a whale cruise. It was just such a good day with really great people. Friends, we love you, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.